Kirsten, welcome back. Today I'm in Belgium with a summer reading challenge. This is a challenge from the Around the Year group on Goodreads. I've been filling in their prompts as I go through the year, although I haven't really talked about it. I've got a few different things going on in the background, always kind of do. Sorry about the washing machine in the background. I can't quite work out how to get a door between me and it. But anyway, summer reading challenge. In this challenge there are, for each of June, July and August, there are 4 prompts, each of which has a choice of 3 tasks. So it's 12 books in total to be read in 3 months, and you get a bit of a leeway. So for example, in June the prompts are in the summertime, June, July, August, Bloomsbury and beach reads, and the tasks which you can choose to do one of for in the summertime are: read a book with a title beginning with a letter in the summertime, read a book that appears on one of the Goodreads staff summer reading lists, read a book which appears on a list of best-selling books of all time. But I'd give it a go, and unlike these usual things where I just kind of wing it and fit the book I want to read next into the list until I got a few holes left and need to fill those, I'm going with a plan. And this is because in August I'm going to Worldcon, and people who go to Worldcon get to vote on the Hugo Awards, so I'm reading stuff for the Hugos, mostly reading stuff for the Hugos and loads of stars, and I'll post a video about that later, or at least I'll make a video about that later, but for now that's why I've got quite defined I've got quite a defined TBR for the next month or so. Okay, so right, let's get started. Prompt 1, in the summertime. So this prompt is about the Mungo Jerry summertime song Summertime, one of the best-selling singles of all time. Apparently I have no mental image of this song. I'm not sure I've ever heard it, but maybe I'd know if I had. And I'm going for the prompt: read a book with a title beginning with a letter in summertime, and I'm going to read The Invasion by Peter Gillen. Haven't decided whether to read The Call first. I think I'm going to put that off and see how much time I've got to read both. But let me know if you think I really need to read The Call first before The Invasion. I don't know anything about this book. I think it's some kind of sci-fi. I'm guessing there are aliens. It's on my to read list for ages, so who knows. Second prompt, June, July, August. The options are: read a book by an author whose first or last name starts with J or A, read a book that was first published in June, July or August of any year, read a book with 6, 7 or 8 in the number of pages. So I'm reading The Adjustable Spanner: History, Origins and Development to 1970, which has 208 pages. The reason I'm reading this is because there's been a thing going around Twitter and Facebook about someone who realised that this book sold a lot more books than Rees-Mogg's book about Victorians, and I went, you know what, that actually sounds really interesting. So I downloaded the sample from the Kindle and I was cooked, so I'm about halfway through that already. Yeah, I'll let you know how it goes, whether it's worth reading. It's definitely going to be better than the Rees-Mogg book. I mean, that's just given, but so many books are. Prompt 3, Bloomsday. 16th of June is Bloomsday, a celebration of the life of James Joyce. His book Ulysses takes place entirely on the 16th of June. I actually haven't read Ulysses, and I think this would be a perfect time, if only I didn't have all the other things to read. So the options are: read a book with a main character whose name begins with a letter in Leopold Bloom, read a book by an author who has the same first or last initials, and read a book set in Ireland but by an Irish author. Which obviously I could have done The Invasion by Peter Gillen there, or The Call by Peter Gillen there, but I put in Spinning Stars by Naomi Novik. This is a dragon book, and I really don't know a lot else. A lot of people love Naomi Novik, I know, but I haven't really read any, so I'm just jumping in with this one, which is Hugo nominated, and I guess we'll see whether I want to go back and read the rest. What do you think about Naomi Novik? You love her? heard of her? On her? I don't know. But I'm expecting to really love it because I hear good things all the time about it. Prompt 4, beach reads. Who doesn't love sitting on the beach or by a swimming pool, soaking up the sun and enjoying a good book? Read a book where the first letter of each word in the title appears in the beach or swimming pool, or one with a sun, sea or swimming pool on the cover, or mostly blue or mostly yellow, or there's a few lists of great beach reads which I could come through. And I'm going to read The Calculating Stars by Mary Robinette Kowal, which has a blue cover. And this is a book about an astronaut. It's called the Lady Astronaut series. Mary Robinette Kowal reads Regency style romances, and her Lady Astronaut series is all about relationships and love and space, and it's perfect, and she herself is lovely. I met her once. She just won the Hugo that year, and she let my daughter hold the Hugo. My daughter loves making up stories, she always has, so it was just like, yeah, it's going to be yours one time, and it was just amazing. She's such a sweetheart. I'm so, yeah. Anyway, that's my I bet an awful lot story. Okay, so on to July. Summer in the City, which is another song. The tasks for this one are: read a book by an author whose first and last initials appear in Summer in the City, read a book set in a capital city, read a book first published in the 60s or set in the 60s. I don't actually have a plan for that one yet. So if you'd like to recommend me something, that would be great. Thank you. 2, travel the world. Summer is a perfect time for travelling and exploring new places. Well, as you know, I always think it's the perfect time for travel and exploring new places. Or visiting new places by reading about them. The options are: read a book set in a country other than one you currently live in, read a book with a map on the cover or in the book, or read a book set in a fictional location. And my plan for that one is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, which I know all of you have read and love. I kind of decided not to read it, but then it was nominated for the Lodestars, so I'm going to give it a go. It's fairies, and fairies aren't nice people, and romance, and the same people seem to like it who like A Court of Thorn and Roses, which I really hated. So I'm a little bit nervous about this, but you never know, I might love it. Okay, and the next prompt is Nelson Mandela Day, which is the 18th of July, honouring the legacy of Nelson Mandela. Read a book with a main character whose name begins with N-O-M, read a book by an African author or a book set in an African country, or read a book I added to my TBR in 2018. And obviously A Long Walk to Freedom would be perfect here, but I have read it in the last couple of years. I'm not quite ready to read it again. I'm going to read Binti, The Night Masquerade by Nnedi Okorafor, which is going to be amazing. And which I added in 2018. I'll let you know how that goes. Yeah, I'm inconsistent with how I say my dates. It's a bit weird. And the 4th prompt for that month is Winter Wonderland, not forgetting readers in the Southern Hemisphere who are in the middle of winter. So the tasks for this are: a book where the first letter of each word in the title appears in Winter Wonderland, a book set in or by an author from a country in the Southern Hemisphere, a book from one of several winter reading lists, and I don't have a plan for that yet. So if you've got something from Southern Hemisphere or one of those, then let me know. Fill in my blanks, please. So on to August, 4 more prompts left, and the first prompt is Summer Nights, which is obviously a song from Greece, 1978, the year I was born. I was born in the summer. Read a book published in a year that includes any two of the numbers 1, 9, 7, 8. Read a book where an event that's important to the plot takes place at night. Read a book with a main character who shares a first or last name with a character or actor from the movie Grease. And I plan to read The Tea Master and the Detective by Alex Bernard, which was published in 2018. I have no idea about this. I've enjoyed her other work. There was a great one about a dragon, a great series about dragons, and she writes kind of French, Vietnamese stuff. It's great stuff. I'm looking forward to it. I'll let you know. Number 2, summer is too short for bad books. So pick a book you're pretty sure you'll enjoy. A book in a series you enjoy, a book by a favourite author, a book published in 2019 you've been looking forward to. So my plan is Record of a Spaceborne View by Becky Chambers, which I'm about 2/3 of the way through. For series I enjoy. And it is amazing. It's completely different from the first 2 in this series. So if you're like, oh, I really like the first one, but the second was too violent, then this one is different again. Basically all 3 of them have been very different, but the first 2 are much closer bound together, I think, than the third. They're books set in space, they're about love, they're about friendship, they're about family, they're about space, they're about sex. The second one has a lot of murder in. They're just like general slice of life in space books, which I just really love. So yeah, I'd heartily recommend that, and I am just deciding where I'm going to put it on my list of Hugo nominees, but I'll do a Hugo post in a week or 2, I imagine. We'll see how it goes. 3, International Beer Day, held on the first Friday in August, so sometimes it's my birthday. This day encourages people to enjoy a beer with friends and sample new beers from other countries. And now I don't drink a lot of beer. I kind of like Southern European lager. I like the fruit beers you get here in Belgium, but I'm not a big beer drinker. I won't be celebrating my birthday by drinking beer, and in fact I still intend to be in this kind of area on my birthday, probably Luxembourg, Netherlands, I don't know. But the prompts are: read a book where the first letter of each word in the title appears in International Beer Day. Read a book where the characters drink beer or visit a bar. Read a book that's the first book you've read by an author in that country. Now, I'm not sure how people keep track of all the countries of authors they've read. I'm not sure that I could think of any country in the world, I've never read a book from that author, from that country, because I just don't pay that close attention. Like, I've probably not read a book by an author from Togo or Vanuatu before, Tuvalu. But do you know any authors from those countries? That would be awesome. But I feel like this is a get out of jail free card, because most books that involve characters involve going to bars, I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like it's a general thing that characters do, so I think I'm going to find one to slot in there, but I don't have a plan for that yet. And number 4, back to school. Now in the UK, back to school is September, never ever August. But we're all gearing back, winding down. So summer always goes by so quickly. Before you know it, the days are getting shorter. It's edging towards autumn, and for students it's the start of a new school year. Or for teachers, or in my position, home educators. So read a book by an author who's new to you, a book from the list of books often read in high school, a short book defined as 200 pages or less. And my plan for that is The Black God's Drums by P. Jelly Clark, which is 118 pages, so it fits a short page, and also I've never read anything by him. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about all those books. They're all books I've got to read in order to vote for them anyway, so, or apart from the Spanner book, which was just a whim, and it's short and it's sweet, so it's not going to get in the way too much. Okay, so have you read any of those? Are you excited to hear what I think about them? Have you got any ideas for the ones I don't have? Can't shoehorn anything into. I'm willing to listen to them all, and I will see you soon. Bye.